Good morning, everybody. Danny Chanod from Nobody Cares Sports, broadcasting to you live on a Facebook feed. It is a beautiful Sunday morning, June 12th, 2022, and we are in Neudorf, Central Staten Island, for what is the site of the Ssg Mike Ollis Run, running in memorial of Live Like Mike. Everybody out here in support of this tremendous foundation, Tunnel to Towers. Today's broadcast is powered by our friends at K.C.M. Plumbing and Heating, 198 Pulaski Avenue. A big shout out to Keith and Michelle Cummings. The runners are at the starting line. We are just a moment away from the start of the Ssg Mike Ollis Run. And the runners are off. You can take it. Go on now. All right, and this is the pace car. Pace car right now, of course, being provided by the FDNY. It is a Gator, similar to a tractor. I, Danny Chanod, the one and only commentator riding on the back of it, have an umbrella over the top of my head, a microphone and a tripod in the other hand, and we're doing our very best to get these runners on screen for you. Want to give a big shout out to everybody. All the volunteers out here today have been out here since 6 a.m. this morning, despite the rain. Lots of volunteers, and you could see this stream of runners and walkers going all the way down South Railroad Avenue. That is the lane that we are currently traveling on right now. There's at least a few hundred people out here. I'll tell you who else is also out here. The Commodore is in attendance this morning. Freddie on the Street is out here by the starting line. And we've got C4 galore. Tons of energy drinks at the starting line. Pre-workout drinks, you name it. Seppe Pizza Bar. Of course, our friends at Go Better, Just Eat Better. I don't know why they sponsored Danny Chanod. They didn't sponsor Danny Chanod. They sponsored Nobody Cares in this tremendous race as now we pass Prescott Avenue. And we're approaching a half mile, quarter mile into the run, and about 3-minute mark, 2 minutes, 25 seconds. This is the Ssg Mike Ollis Run. This run happens every year. It's an annual race. That's what that means for those of you paying attention at home. Mike Ollis selflessly sacrificed everything, gave his life so that we may live today. There's a beautiful memorial made for Mike at the end of his street here on South Railroad Avenue. Make sure you come down and check it out. Donned in American flags as the pace car moves over Lincoln Avenue, passing the Neudorf train station. And we expect not many people to tune in right now. We understand it is, in fact, a live broadcast. And it is super early here on a Sunday morning. You know these runners, they like to get up early and get out. Passing Colfax Avenue right now. A little bit of rain out here this morning. And with that, the crowd on the sidelines not quite as big, but the supporters still out here cheering these runners on. And it appears that we have a pair of runners in front representing the same athletic club. And it's bib number 329 and 330. And I know the runner in third place in the blue shirt and brown shorts behind him. He won the Memorial Day 5K run at Brookfield Park. And we're at the finish line of that race as well. So we know that he's got plenty in the tank. and he's not going anywhere. I can't tell if it's the Staten Island Running Club, this duo of men seemingly handling the race all by themselves from the start. Once again, we're riding on the back of an FDNY Gator this morning. An absolutely glorious chariot. And I want to give a big shout out to Mike Ollis, I think, helping out with the rain here this morning as it's beginning to let up as we pass Adams Avenue. And a proud spectator out here waving the American flag as the runners pass by. These two gents in front still controlling the pace. We are a little over 5 minutes into the run now. And the pace car does its very best to get up the hill, working on the fly here. Nobody cares. Excellent camera work, holding the umbrella and the microphone. I'm not saying I want an ESPY, but I'm saying I want an ESPY. It's still just a three-man race right now. Blue and white, somebody at home could be watching and let me know what runner bib those. I think it's the Staten Island Running Association, or it could be the Staten Island Athletic Club. Bib number 329 and 330 dominating the pack here early on, creating clear separation, first and second, and third place beyond him. The leading female runner is out of focus right now, down the road. It's become a two-man race between these gentlemen from the same running club. As we cross Hamden Avenue now in the annual Ssg Mike Ollis Run, we're powered today by our friends at K.C.M. Plumbing and Heating. A big shout out to them for coming on board and supporting this live broadcast on Facebook. Of course, we'll have plenty of behind the scenes footage from today's race. Make sure you follow along on Nobody Cares Sports Instagram and our YouTube channel, Nobody Cares. Moving across Midland Avenue now, and you can see the runners moving on the other side of the track. Some running, some walking. And you can see just how far this line of supporters in today's race stretch. We're on North Railroad, and those runners and walkers are on South Railroad. Now I want to give a big shout out to Vinny Stassi watching the live broadcast, letting us know that's the Califano brothers of Staten Island Athletic Club. These two brothers have in fact turned it into a two-man race. The third runner is a full 100 yards back as we now pass North Railroad and Fremont Avenue. Approaching the 10-minute mark in this race. This is a shotgun start. It got off on time, 9 a.m. Want to give a big shout out to all the sponsors and race organizers, the volunteers out here today as we pass Greeley Avenue. The NYPD on hand doing a tremendous job. Hopefully it didn't create traffic hell. As you can tell, every street is blocked off around here passing Prescott Avenue. Now the rain is coming down. If you're not sure of what the weather situation here is, you can see the clouds. The rain most definitely is coming down at a steady pace. I don't know if runners like to run in the rain. I know that we have the camera covered here with an American flag umbrella. Both my arms and legs will not work at the end of this broadcast. People will be very confused why the broadcast commentator is getting an IV and the runners are standing around drinking water totally fine. But thanks to Vinny Stassi, who's now our new stats department, congratulations, brother, you're hired. It's the Califano brothers of Staten Island Athletic Club. It's a two-man race, and they've created even more distance, now a full 200 yards between them and the third-place runner as we're passing Otis Avenue and the annual Ssg Mike Ollis Run here in central Staten Island. The finish line, there was a dog! There was a dog in that van! Oh, that was the greatest police dog of all time, and I missed it. We blew it. We had one job. Back to the Califano brothers tearing up this course. Anyway, when this race is over, I'm going back to Otis Avenue and North Railroad Avenue to see that brown puppy that was in the driver's seat of that auxiliary police vehicle. He had on a police hat and everything. He was looking at the race. That was the greatest thing, worth the price of admission. Passing Steel Avenue now, some of the businesses around here. Premier Home Health Care, Little Italy Gourmet. Big shout out to Daryl on the corner. And now we are approaching the street corner of New Lane. The Califano brothers still in command of this one as the supporters give them all their respect, but they just blow right past that water station and check their watch instead. These guys are monsters. If they make another Terminator movie, I tell you right now, these guys would be a good John Connor. I want to give a big shout out to all the businesses out there that support Nobody Cares Sports Network, like Ralph's Sports Bar, 1571 Richmond Road. Make sure you check them out. Big shout out to our friends at the Dr. Theodore A. Atlas Foundation, Cary Avenue on the North Shore of Staten Island. Of course, Joe LeBron and his team of realtors at LeBron Team Real Brokers. Trying to keep this camera steady here, hold the umbrella upright, and have the microphone here. I don't know. But we're doing our best. The Califano brothers round the turn, promisingly coming into a full stride. It's like they're sharing two hearts. It's like watching Secretariat run. Passing Rose Avenue now, coming down the final stretch of this race. Passing Newdorf Pharmacy. I'm Danny Chanod. I'm with Nobody Cares Sports, no religion, no politics, just feel-good sports vibes. And we are on the back of the shakiest pace car of all time. And it's turned into a personal highlight reel for the Califano brothers, who are hot on our trail. Crisscrossing back down around Newdorf Lane and down once again South Railroad Avenue. We'll be approaching the finish line in no time. Rain? What rain? In the words of Bill Murray in Caddyshack, I don't think the hard stuff's going to come down for quite some time. We'll play through. You might be wondering why there's only two gentlemen in the front and nobody, as far as the eye can see, behind them. Well, I'll tell you why. They've created that distance. Here's your first and second place runners, unless something unforeseeable and miraculous happens by the hands above. The Califano brothers from the Staten Island Athletic Club dominating this race course this morning. And you could see the amount of people that showed out for the annual Ssg Mike Ollis Run. The steady stream of runners all the way down North Railroad Avenue right now, spanning more than a city mile, maybe even a country mile. It might be the same distance. These boys are running no matter what the distance. Cue the Eagles. They're not even running on empty. Passing Bryant Avenue and North Railroad Avenue, coming down the final stretch of the Ssg Mike Ollis Run. This broadcast powered by our friends at K.C.M. Plumbing, located in Pulaski Street, Staten Island. Turning now onto Bancroft Avenue. Riding in the back of an FDNY Gator, the most unstable vehicle of all time. Trying to keep my hands steady on a tripod while holding an umbrella. The left foot of mine has completely gone asleep. These two brothers are dominating, feeling more limbs than I. Thank you, Frank Schultz. If there was a donate button, I'd say give to somebody else, because I'm not going to make it. Look up the Ssg Mike Ollis Foundation and give to them. Shout out to all the other organizations out here today representing Tunnel to Towers Foundation, set up right next to us. But as you can see, we've moved into the walkers of this great event. Moving past Locust Avenue and South Railroad Avenue. The rain really starting to come down and these runners pushing through it. First and second place, and then nobody else. Staten Island Athletic Club putting on a show. They got a fan base out here as we pass the Mike Ollis Memorial at Burbank Avenue and South Railroad Avenue. Thank you, Mike Ollis, for your selfless sacrifice. We're out here today celebrating your life. Now passing Bache Avenue. "15 minutes into the run. And as I look at my watch, these runners do just the same and look at theirs. Picking up speed now. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. They're looking to finish this race strong as we head towards the finish line. It's the Califano brothers plowing through, and they're going to be the winners of the Ssg Mike Ollis Run. Bib number 330 comes in first, and 329 comes in second.